Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Chicago Bears.
I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they get him down, but not before he...
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Jets first down.
Check 31, check 31. Check. Fresno.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down, New York.
He's coming.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Check him. We got it.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
16.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Hey, check back 34. Mike, 34. Check. 34's the Mike. He's coming. Check. Watch the slant. Mike, 34.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Payne. And now a fumble. The ball's out. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're taking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34.
Again, he'll drop to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's brought down after a very nice game.
16.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. And now with the play clock winding down, Adam Gase says, let's take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Ready? Bronco 80. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
Push him back up.
On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Boy, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pulls it in at the 13. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Right at the line of
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 30-yard line.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. He can run for it, and he will. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
It's fourth down.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
With the score, Jets 14, Bears nothing.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Let's go. 70 Lions. Cougar 19. Let's go, defense.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
58's the mic. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Check. Lucky. Dragon 60.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Second and 5. He's got it complete to Thompson. Call it a 3-yard gain, and just like that, it's third down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
Keep playing hard. Let's go now. 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle. Watch the screen.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That gain on third down, good for 28. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
53, Marco 80. Oh, here we go. Oh, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
On second down, it's Thompson looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Blake Cashman on the tackle.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. He may try and run for this. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Pass incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
53 is the mic. 53. Check 53. Rig alert. Rig alert.
Flushed out right. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
For a Chicago
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Marco 80. Hey. 57. 19 Lion. 57's the mic. Hey, get in the weight room. Check smash.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
The kicker on.
A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have cut it to within a score.
Kick is good.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13, it's a first down. He'll buy some time right. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic. Check, check, check. 58, boys, 58. 58's Mike. Hey, all day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
It's third down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Street, go.
They'll look to throw again. The open man is Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
Jets.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Touchdown, New York.
DJ Chark. As the first half is winding down. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Jets 21, Bears 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken from about the 12. A nice little juke. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
10 at their own 28-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll get this up over the 25 and the 26.
Of the first half.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
At the 40-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
On second down now. It's Thompson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Check hot route. Hot, hot. Go street. Check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Dancing to it, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
Watch the pass.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
5 yards.
So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they have a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
He got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
Pick the edge. Come.
He'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception. Really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
A good pickup there, a 22.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Watch the run. 7 Pirates.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And this is caught at the 8.
Yards.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. He's going to use his legs here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the Jets' 8-yard line.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. 2nd and 6. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
17 yards.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Complete to number 80.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6.
At the 50-yard line.
58's the mic. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Here we go. 58, boys. 58. 58's Mike. Go street. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 58's the mic. 58's the mic.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. On the crossing route, complete. It's Payne. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
New York.
Check 37. Check 37.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe...
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Touchdown, New York.
And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. On first down, Thompson. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Fumble on the play.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And he will have the Bears first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. It's a pickup of 6. Job 1 to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be up. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
You got tight right there. Hey, watch the slant.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Pick up the ball. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. 70, Timberwolf. Mike 57. Mike 57. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache. 57's the Mike.
Now a give, right side. Quick, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now.
The extra point.
Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
One play at a time. Here we go.
And he is out of bounds here on the return.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Hey, let's get there. Check 3. Check 3. Watch switch. Watch switch. Watch switch.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Watch the twist. He's checking.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for the loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's the Jets punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Today's final score, Jets 28, Bears 21.
Party going up. I jump with the crowd.